to be, you know what's going on, right? Do you realize what's going on?
Kind of sort of, yeah, like about 3/4.
Okay. It seems, I don't know if this is true, do you work with your hands a lot?
All day long.
Yeah, all day long. But you also notice, because you're working with your hands, right, you notice that it's as if the earth is also shifting, there's something's going on.
Yeah, because when I get on top of concrete and my knee pads are there, so I get my knee pads, and it can be harder than a rock, and I with no knee pads and it doesn't hurt me.
Yeah.
And I'll get in certain areas with knee pads, or it's soft with no knee pads, and it hurts me more.
More. And you see, you know, you've been experiencing, actually, is he emotional? I'm asking them. You can't, by the way, you can't lie to me.
Oh, yeah.
I said that to my fiancé and he gets really worried. Anyway, basically, you know, because you're emotional, have you been feeling, okay, and I'm going to ask this question, I do it all my lectures anyway, how many of you have been feeling dizzy, not dizzy, but dizzy, as if you're feeling as if you're swimming and your head's been light?
I've been a little bit of that.
I'm not surprised with, all right, you know why? Because you're all emotionals. I put them in two groups, logics and emotionals. And you're a bit more logic than the others, but you are feeling it. And why you've been feeling that sense of floating, okay, is because you are, how can I say this? You know that, did you know that when there's an earthquake that animals start scattering and going to higher ground? They know it even about a few hours before it happens because they're feeling the earth's motion.
The vibration.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. All the vibrations are well ahead of the actual deed. Okay. Yeah. So basically, if you have your dog going nuts and trying to get out the door and barking because they're trying to get to a higher place, you know there's an earthquake coming. All right. So basically, we are going to, with this shift, be weaving in, whether you believe it or not, we're going to be weaving in 3 new dimensions. Okay, and I'm going to ask you in a minute how many dimensions do you think we have at the moment, but we're in, but basically it's 3 new dimensions. But every time, they can't just like a light switch increase your energy, because it's our energy level is at a certain level, all right? Yours, you 3 are a bit higher than everybody else, all of you actually are a bit higher than everybody else, but quite frankly, they can't just put a light switch and then ramp it up, okay? So they're doing it in degrees. So every time you get dizzy, it's not, everybody's been going to the doctors and saying, I've got vertigo, I've got this, I've got that, and it isn't. It's nothing to do with vertigo. It's just because you're feeling the shift, and that's why you're feeling heady, because the energy is being ramped up. Now, during this class, you're going to feel very heady afterwards, and so I'm going to ask you to be very careful. Don't go kart crazy, driving or something. Be very careful for the next 24 hours to 48, because you're going to feel as if you've been, you know, walking on sponges or something, because you'll be floating. Okay. So in that way, that energy, that level of energy you're going to be experiencing today is going to be weaved in.
I can feel already right now.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I feel already.
Yeah, it is. It's already feeling. That's why, you know, dehydrated. We've got some naughty sweets here, little snacks. But have you eaten lunch?
We just had some yogurt.
Yeah. See, I know I haven't eaten, so we've got some things here, a little something to eat, and it's growing loud.
Oh,
so anyway, basically, that's the weaving in and out. And it's literally going to ramp up, and that's why you've been feeling a lot of fear, right? Any of you? Have you not? It's not. Yeah, it's as not fear in fear, because you guys are okay, but there are out there a lot of people feeling fear. Apprehension is another softer way of saying it, but it's as if, you know, sometimes you feel you're in a panic attack, but it's hard to breathe because you don't know what's going on, but you know something. You know, there's nothing wrong, but suddenly you find it hard to breathe.
I had a lot of that.
Yeah.
Blank.
I'm sure I have. Can't think of it, but I'm sure I have.
Especially near exams and stuff, right? When she takes
Yes.
tests. She's terrible, yeah. And she goes a bit nuts, doesn't she? Yeah. There's a bit more kick back a bit. Right? I know you get a bit tense, but you know what? It's all to do with the fear it's, okay, because of all the massive changes that are coming in, and they're massive, they can't do it, they have to do it in degrees. And the other way is also that, do you realize every change in your life, not that you three have had too many changes, you have, but you've experienced changes, obviously, harsh changes in your life. But every time you've had something horrible happen to you, right, there was fear, right, that you come with it, like, your death of your father and everything, but everything else, but that accompanies, so everything has to have a catalyst. And I hate to say, you know what a catalyst is? Okay, something that's going to create a change. That's the simplest way of putting it. So it's something that precedes or creates a change in your life. All right? It created a huge change, right? So that was the catalyst in leaving. Do you understand? So, but that created also fear in your life, right? So fear is a huge catalyst, and that's why fear has to be present. In other words, people to wake up. There are a lot of people, and don't get me started on this subject, but reality TV. All right. They're going on these ridiculous Paris Hilton, and oh yeah, I want to know about Paris Hilton. No, if you like her, I'm sorry, but quite frankly, no comment on that. But basically, they're going towards this rubbish, quite frankly, and then they're trying to avoid looking at their own problems, and that's why reality series of the phony type, there are good ones, but the phony type people are flocking to, especially the younger, the 20s, 20s up to 30s, the kids, because they think that's their reality and I could live to that. But it's not reality, is it? Really? Going around with a dog in your hand, I don't know. Anyway.
It's probably a script anyways.
Exactly, and that's what they're saying, it is all a script. It's all phony, but people don't want to, don't want to really, they'll rather buy into the phoniness because they're avoiding what? Their own life. Because it's scary. It is really. Money is going to be a huge issue. Now, one thing big is relationships. Relationships, and I'm talking about anybody you have in your life, or, she's speaking about me, related, brother, sister, mother, father, you name it, colleague, yeah, right? Horribly. And that is confrontation. And I hate to say relationships are being redefined. People who've been together for ages are wondering, well, I think I'm going to split, and they were okay before, or if they either split, or if they don't understand what's going on, they will split. But if they have a deeper understanding of what's going on, they stay together and actually get closer. Okay? So it's very, very important to understand that it's like a testing. Now, quickly on emotionals. All right, emotionals, which are practically, actually it's all of you, except you're a bit more on logics, but we're going to that. Emotionals, are you feeling that you're kind of crying for no reason?
I get that.
Yeah, as if you're really sensitive and you see an ad with a kitty dying or something and you're crying. I mean, it's ridiculous. Get this one. She's already crying and she hasn't seen it. But you understand? You're hyper, which is more intense, emotional. Okay, so you're being far more sensitized. Now, that could be a good thing, not a bad thing, because the emotionals are really what I would call clairsentience. Do you know what a clairsentient is? No? Okay. Clairsentient is, okay, you know what, you don't know any some of your quickly. A medium sees and communicates with people who have passed on. Okay? I guess who's here. So, alright, so they communicate back and forth, and then he's here. But basically, a psychic only sees the future. Everybody's kind of redefined it because it's a bit psychic, only sees the future. Psychics now are saying, oh, I see do this, I can do that, but really it's the future, okay? A lot of people get annoyed with that, but anyway. Clear audio is when you hear messages, and you're pretty much, you hear things, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so by the way, I know what you all are, you all did your little things, and you're all shifted, by the way. Since the last time you all shifted. So you hear things, so that's clear audio, okay? But then there's clear, we're primarily one thing, and secondarily there's another.